You want to learn how to make, I'll show you how to make something else. It's totally cool. I'll show you the correct way to make a speed omelet. All right, speed omelet coming up right now. If you don't own a wok, you need to stop, turn off the TV, press pause, turn off the computer, whatever. Go buy a wok. You only need one device to cook food with, and this is it. Take just a touch of salt, just a touch, like that. Touch of salt. Then you have to decide, what am I going to put in my omelet, right? You can't just have like eggs. So I only have 2 ingredients in the house right now. Got a red pepper. I got half an onion. So, I'm going to take my cutting board, set it on the counter. Take my red pepper, cut it in half, take the center out, throw it away, throw out the debris so it looks pretty clean. I flip it like this because it cuts easier on the underside versus this side. So, cut it into thin strips, cut it once down the middle, throw it in. Next, you get your onion. Same concept, except there's got to be a flat spot. It's safe. If you cut it like this, you can cut your freaking finger off. But if you flip it over, cut it like that, you got onions are like life. They have many, many layers. But the inner layers are often more complicated and better tasting than the exterior layer. Down the line, stick it in, scrape it around, drop it like so. It's hot, right? Put a little oil in. Just a touch of milk. Feed it all together while it's in there. Spin it around a little bit to coat the sides. Burner on. Ta-da! Little pepper. This is a scrambled egg omelet. Let's make tabbouleh with red bulgur, shall we? All right, we're in focus. Tabbouleh is tomato, cucumber, parsley, a little bit of spike, salt and pepper, and some mint. Always have a clean counter. Always work with a real clean environment. It's important. It's about that clean. Preferably something deep and metal, because you're going to be putting boiling water into this bad boy. Then, you need to boil some water. Cut off the ends. If you get a chance, eat them. So you have a flat spot. Not a wet spot, a flat spot. Put the flat spot down, thin strips, pull the whole thing together. I'm going to set this aside. I have tons of cutting boards. Tons of cutting boards. These are awesome. Thanks, Mom. This was one of the best Christmas presents you've ever given me. I have used the shit out of these things. I like to get my tomatoes so they're super duper soft. Peel the stickers off. A little bit of garlic. You know, something about cooking that's relaxing. I don't know what it is. I wonder if I'm recording. We're back with a fresh battery. Grab a sharp knife. Cut it down the middle. So you got a flat spot. Flat, oh look, see, it snuck in there. More often than not, there's always one sticker in my tabbouleh. That's my signature mark. And I cut it as thin as I can, down the line, and I go chop, chop. Drop it in the tabbouleh. So I'm gonna go fast now, okay? Because I don't have much time. I don't even know they're there. Look at that, look at that. My signature, my signature. You know what? I think I'll drop that in there too. Some lucky person will get to eat the label. Cucumbers are in there. I always dig from the bottom and pull the... In Lebanon, this is so sexist sounding, and I do apologize because, you know, I'm not necessarily sexist. I'm just sort of stupid more than anything else. But a woman is, you know, her worth is somehow connected to how fine she can chop her parsley for tabbouleh. I'm not making this up. I saw it on TV. Ow, I almost cut my finger. Look at that. I knew to turn it this way instead of this way because you guys turn it up. I'll go get some fresh mint from outside. You have got to love this winter. Seriously, I mean, there's no snow. It's just awesome. I love it when there's no snow. All right, got a little bit of fresh mint now. Roll up in the tightest ball you possibly can. Same thing, cut it as fine as you possibly can. Turn it, cut it more, turn it, cut it more. Take it, throw it in there, mix it in good. And voila, homemade tabbouleh with bulgur. We're gonna make kibbe now. I'm a Lebanese Jew, right? So like, they've got a Jew for a grandfather. He comes over from Europe. I've seen his birth certificate. Guy's such a smartass. On his birth certificate, he said he's the Emperor of Russia. Emperor of Russia. And my last name, instead of Small, used to be Schmelovitz or Schmalvitz. You know, like, he changed that shit quick. It's like, let me see, Schmelovitsky Schnitzel or Small? I think I'll go with Small. And then my mom's side is straight off the boat from Lebanon, because there's like, oh, do I want to eat sand and dirt and be bombed and die and wear bombs on my abdomen every time I walk into a plaza? Well, I guess I only walk into a plaza once with the bombs on. So they both come over. First thing they do is they find a couple blondes. You know, Norwegian, sort of middle of America, and they glom onto them. It's like, blondes! Yes! Blondes. You know, you got dark complexion, dark skin, dark bags under your eyes. Kind of like me. And you see blondes. You're just like, blondes! Yes! So they latch on to the first blondes they could. My grandmother latched on to this good-looking Norwegian blonde. And my grandfather latched on to this good-looking Western blonde. And boom, they have kids. And I don't know if they lived happily. But that was a time when it didn't matter if you lived happily. You just sucked it up. You were miserable. Life was miserable. Let's make kibbe. Kibbe, shall we? Takes hamburger. It's kind of like a Lebanese meatloaf. Drop it in the bowl like so. Then you take a bunch of olive oil. In fact, take so much olive oil that the thing about Lebanese food, which I think is really interesting, is it's pretty much any ingredient with a little salt and pepper. That's it. It's so funny. Whoa, way too much salt. Salt. We mix the bulgur and the meat together with our hands, like so. It's probably not big enough. Check it for mouse turds or pea spots. I see one. Damn. Take your hamburger with the bulgur mixed in, mash it into the, I put a little reservoir around so the oil can kind of go off to the edge. Kibbe. You can eat this raw. They eat this raw. I'm not that brave. I'm just on a roll, you know, once I start cooking, I'm hard to stop. So I got my avocado, I got my tomato, little space here for the eggs, got my coffee maker, I need coffee, take about that much coffee, pour it in there and then put more in. Kitchen's a mess, this is the way I like it. You know I've been cooking in my kitchen. Show me a man with a clean kitchen, I'll show you a man who cannot cook. You know, the best thing about milk is the design of the jug. You see it's like got a handle here and like you put your knuckles in there and then you put your other hand underneath. So when you take the lid off, it's like perfectly made to drink out of the jug. Love it. I like my eggs spicy, and that's what I'm talking about. If you've never used one of these things before, they're pretty good. Their first pour is the most important. You just want to get the grounds damp. You don't. Then, once that's sucked through, about twice as much water as the last time you did it. This one sucks through really fast too. This is how to do it fast, because if you're not cooking fast, you're cooking slow. And cooking slow sucks. So that means you suck if you cook slow. So you need to cook faster so you don't suck. Okay? And then the last one, you fill it all the way up to the top. Like that. And you're good. That's it, baby. All right, that's it. Oh, shit. No, not on my... Oh, come on. Not on my food. Ah, jeez. Anyway, perfect cup of coffee. Perfect breakfast. You're watching the Andre Le Chef Show, and I'm the superstar host,